You may have heard about Google Local Service Ads, also known as Google Guaranteed Ads. The tactic is definitely a game changer because you don't pay for clicks, you only pay for leads. This is already available for some industries: electricians, plumbers, roofers, movers, and other local businesses. New industries are announced all the time. With regular Google search ads, some businesses worry that competitors will click on their ads. Well, there's a number of measures that Google has in place to prevent this, and a number of things that we as an agency do to prevent it as well. Local service ads solve this perfectly. You don't pay for clicks, you only pay for leads. In today's video, we will look into how to create Google Local Service ads. The idea is simple. In Google Local Service ads, you only pay for leads, and not just any leads, but qualified leads. This means that you don't pay for calls that are not related to your business. You have an option to dispute some of these leads: advertising calls, duplicate calls, calls from wrong numbers, spam, and more. But because Google is going to guarantee your service, they also require business owners and their client facing staff to go through background checks. They will also check your insurance, license, and more. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through how to set up Google Guaranteed Ads. Google Guaranteed Ads are ads that are displayed at the very top of Google search results page. They show a green page right next to them that says that your business has been verified by Google, that you have years of experience, reviews, you've passed background checks, have insurance, and more. Now, how do you set up Google Local Service Ads? First, you need to go on Google and search for Google Local Service Ads. Once you get to the site, you can easily check if your industry is available and get an estimate of the cost. Next, click on Get Started in the top right and go through the registration process if you haven't yet. Once you do, you will see a welcome screen where you will enter your country, region, job category, and will click Next. On this screen, you will enter your business name, same as you have on insurance, license, and other paperwork. Business registration name, and we generally recommend these two to match. Business phone. I will put a phone number or a tracking number depending on how you want to track your advertising. Next, field workers. This is something that we often leave at 0. Otherwise, the verification process can take forever, as Google will background check all of your employees. But if you leave it at 0, Google will only background check the owner of the business, which will make it easier to manage. Next, add a street address, and we recommend that this is your actual office that people can visit. We generally try to keep this information aligned with Google Maps to avoid any confusions customer may have. Next, select the service area. While it is tempting to select every possible area where you can theoretically go, we recommend that you select areas that you can comfortably serve. Because if it takes you 3 hours to drive somewhere for a small service, you will be spreading yourself too thin. Customers are more likely to get bad experience, which will turn into bad reviews, which will ultimately work against you. So unless you actually have multiple teams located all around, I would recommend making sure that you select the area where you can get within 30 to 40-minute drive. You can always update this information later. Next, set up the services you want to offer. Again, be strategic about it. Don't just select everything on the list. Make sure these are the services that you really want. Now, the hours. I will enter the hours of service and you should enter yours. Make sure to double check so all information matches across various sites so that it's not confusing for consumers. Next, you'll see the ad that Google has put together. All that we discussed in the beginning: name, reviews, Google Guaranteed badge, and more. Next, you'll see the actual form where you will update your information. This will vary by industry and by location. Certificate of insurance. This is where you will upload a proof of insurance. Before you do, check the insurance requirements here at the bottom. Next, the background check. Google will prompt you to one of their partners to do the background check on their behalf. Again, the info will vary here. You may need to enter the name of the owner, exact month and year when you moved into your office, and other information. Customer reviews. This is something that is generally linked automatically because Google already has the name of your business, address, website, and other information about your company. So they can look up the reviews on Google Maps. Next, we will choose the budget, and Google shows the estimate of how many leads you may get in your industry, depending on performance of your ad. As a next step, enter the billing information. Again, I have it pre-filled because we're an agency and we work with Google on other accounts. Once you do, it will take some time for Google and its partners to verify your information. Of course, processing time can vary depending on many factors. We generally see businesses approved within a couple of weeks, but according to Google, it can take up to 6 weeks, so plan around that. Once complete, you will see the screen like this with all green check marks, and if you search for your keyword, you should see your ad appear under Google Guaranteed. But remember, there are multiple Google Guaranteed ads here, and it will be the matter of optimizing your profile to perform the best. Here's a couple of things that you should look at when optimizing your Google Guaranteed ads. Number one, make sure you add service updates to your profile. If you're experiencing high volume of calls, offer video appointment, let Google know. Same goes for business information. If you offer free on-site estimate, let Google know. If you offer full warranty, let Google know. The 6 slots here, make sure you fill out all of them. Next, go to business hours and make sure you select taking customers and the hours are correct. This is important. Google wants to see a good closing ratio on your end. They don't want to guarantee a company that doesn't pick up the phone or cannot close the leads. Same goes for selecting only the services and the areas that you really serve. If your service is too small for you or is located too far, we don't want those leads here. And here's why. Because over time, you will hesitate to go that far for that small of a service. So we recommend going for the services that you're actually willing to take on. In addition, we recommend to mark good and bad leads every day, or at least once per week. This is how Google will know out of 10 calls, how many did you actually close? And I believe this is one of the things that they should consider when sending more business your way. My piece of advice to you, use CallRail or similar call tracking software to track phone calls in Google Guaranteed ads. This way, it'll be easier for you to listen and manage the calls. Make sure that you mark the leads as good or bad on a daily or weekly basis. Again, Google will listen to what you marked as bad leads, and if the lead was indeed bad, they will give you credit on your next invoice. Plus, be honest about disputing leads, as Google can turn off your account at any time. And if you have any questions about Google Guaranteed ads, feel free to reach out to Growth360 and myself over the link below. I hope this video was useful, and I will see you in the next one.